Okay, so today we're going to talk about the difference between brie and camembert, but I'm going to do this video, I'm going to speak in general terms. When you're dealing with small artisan cheesemakers, small batch cheese making, there's going to be a lot of different nuances in the cheese from area to area, from maker to maker. So we're going to keep it very general just to kind of help you, with your decision-making process, and then you can have fun wherever you are, buying the different cheeses and seeing what, in your local area, the different nuances in the cheese. So here I have my brie, and here I have some camembert. So the biggest difference is obviously the flavor here. Brie is a very mild, it's very creamy, as opposed to the camembert. It has more of an intense earthy flavor, maybe a little bit of a tang to it. When the brie starts to mature, it starts to soften up in the center. When you get a nice mature brie, when you cut it, when it's at room temperature, it'll start to kind of run a little bit, but it stays a little bit firm towards the rind here. The camembert it matures a little bit faster, and it actually softens up a little bit more all the way to the rind. So your brie here is basically, if you're doing a party and you're not sure what people are going to like, it's a really safe one to have. And when it comes to pairing with this kind of thing, the brie goes really nice with, like fruity wines like Chardonnay, Prosecco's, that kind of thing. They go nice with like Belgium ales or wheat beers. And then when it comes to the camembert, you can go, because it's got a little bit of that earthiness and the intensity, a little bit of tang, you can go with things like a Bordeaux, a Pinot, a Cab Franc, which is what I have tonight to go with this. It goes well with darker beers, darker ales, stouts, and it goes extremely well with cider. And then if I'm pairing these on a cheese plate, the brie, I want something that has some sweetness and some acidity to it. So apple, pear, grapes, strawberries. I mean, strawberry brie salad's probably been done a million times, but there's a reason for it. It all works so well together. When it comes to the camembert, again, the earthiness with it, you can kind of push the flavor profiles a little bit more with what you serve with this. It goes well with the apple and pear like you have here, but if you roast them first, that depth of flavor you get from the roasting goes really nice with that. Really nice on here is truffle honey. Would go beautifully on here. That truffle flavor, that earthiness would just go fantastic with this. So a couple of dishes that I've used them differently for. I've already mentioned the salad. We used to do like a brie and apple stuffed chicken breast that worked out really well. It goes great. You'll see it a lot. We have a recipe on there with the cranberry compote where it's baked. I serve it with baguette. The camembert, we used to do a great tart with it. Puff pastry, caramelized onions in the bottom, sliced camembert, and some truffle honey on the top, and bake that off. Oh my God, it was so good. So there's a little bit on the differences between the brie and the camembert. And like I say, depending on where you are located, what farms you're dealing with, there's going to be some other nuances in there, but that's kind of the fun of all this, is going out and trying these local producers and seeing how it's a little bit different from one to the other. So that's it for this video. I've got my Cab Franc poured, and I'm going to cut some of this up for tonight. Oh, the fig jam recipe on the website. Go great with this and with this. The cranberry compote recipe on the website is on here as well. Would go great with this. We also do a honey gastrique recipe. Would go beautifully here. So there you go. Enjoy your cheese night.